Today's Personal Defense Network Training Tour update comes to you from an airport. Now normally you see me standing in front of the PDN truck or standing out on a range somewhere, but this week is especially busy for the tour, and I'm actually bouncing around 6 days in a row where I'm not spending a full 24 hours in any one state. First it was New Jersey and New York, then it was New Jersey and Florida, then it was Florida and New York, and then it was New York and Alabama, and now I'm here in Alabama where I just finished taping some TV segments for one of our PDN tour sponsors, Crossbreed Holsters, and I'm flying back up to New York to do a class. Now, as many of you know, I went ahead and took all of the guns, ammunition, and magazines out of the Personal Defense Network Training Tour truck so that I could go up and teach classes in New Jersey, in New York, and coming up we're going to cross through Massachusetts and Connecticut and go up and do the NE Shooters Summit in New Hampshire. So of course we don't want to violate the laws when we're traveling. We can't have certain tools and we have to follow the rules when we're in certain areas. So that's something I want to talk about a little bit. You know, here I am in an airport. I am traveling with carry-on baggage only. So I have no knives, no overt impact weapons, no firearms obviously. I don't have any of the things a lot of people cling to as their safety talismans. The reality is that personal defense is a mindset. Personal defense is a lot bigger than just the tool that you carry. It's certainly a lot bigger than just firearms. So keep that in mind. Head over to personaldefensenetwork.com. Take a look at some of the videos we have on mindset, awareness, on some other tactics and techniques you can use that have nothing to do with a firearm to defend yourself, and of course the other tools, including improvised tools you might be able to use in a worst case scenario. Now, because I was up in New Jersey and I was getting ready to go to New York, I didn't have anything that was considered contraband or illegal or banned in the vehicle, so I was actually able to sneak into New York City, go up into Manhattan, meet some friends who were there for an anti-terrorism symposium, people from the medical community, people from the law enforcement community, the military community, caught up with a bunch of good friends there, got some cool photo ops with the PDN tour truck as well, and then Matt DeVito jumped in the truck and took it up to New York, where I met him after a quick stop at another one of our PDN tour sponsors, Gander Mountain Academy down in Florida for their Concealed Carry Expo, where we started a course yesterday. Now, a lot of people have said, oh, we're not going to New York, we're not going to sell to New York, we're not going to do business with New York because of the laws up there. Well, let me tell you something. There's still a lot of gun owners up there who are fighting for their rights, and I support them. They actually came out in droves for this class. This is the largest class that I've had in upstate New York, and I've taught there 4 or 5 different times. This particular course is 2 days of pistol, 1 day of rifle, hosted by All Star Tactical, and as I said, Matt DeVito from Downrange Firearms Training and I are team teaching it. So he's actually covering it today. I'm obviously about to get on a plane, fly back up there and finish that 3-day class out with him tomorrow, and then we'll head up into New England. Now, one of the things I want you to listen to here is some words from a police officer who recently came through a combat-focused shooting course in West Virginia. Now, he put himself through this course. He wanted to get some training from the private sector. As everyone knows, I've worked with military at the highest level. I've worked with law enforcement, some of the largest agencies in the country, and local cops, people just like you're going to hear from. It's really important to understand why the public sector comes to the private sector for training and why it's important, especially for a lot of police officers whose agencies are under budget crunches right now, to be able to go out and put themselves through training and get the opportunity to train right next to civilians from the private sector. What's important here is not only are they going to get the good training that they can use to protect themselves and their communities, but also it encourages a strong tie between the pro-Second Amendment police officers and the Second Amendment community. So if you stand on a line in a class and have a police officer standing next to you, don't be surprised and let the conspiracy theories go. He's not there to spy on us. He's there to check out what's going on, get some training that he can use himself, take back to his agency, and hopefully make some new shooting friends. Take advantage of the opportunity to interact with law enforcement in a positive way, especially around firearms whenever you get the chance. So head on over to personaldefensenetwork.com, check out the latest videos and articles, and hopefully I'll be seeing you on the tour later as we continue up into New England and then turn back around, go to the Midwest, and head west, finishing up, of course, out the Firearms Academy Seattle in July.
Okay, why I came out for these 2 days to take this class is amongst the sergeant asking me to come down here. We've been taking multiple classes throughout the years for training, for firearms training, and we've been taking the information back to our department, teaching our guys, our full-time guys and our part-time guys. When a new class comes up, I like to take it if we can get the money to do it and the time to do it, and the chief's okay with it. This class itself truly impressed me. I like the fact that it constantly drives you to think outside of the box and move to something bigger and better. And what I could take from this back to my guys is invaluable. I can't wait to take this to my guys and try and help them change their ways from being locked into that in the four corners and get them moving to a little bit more safer, a little bit more dangerous of a shooter and an officer.